Chill. Full focus.
Let's see something. Bad Newz versus J Murda. Let's get into it. Crazy battle. Yo, it was a fire battle. It was definitely worth watching. Let's get right into it. J Murda is up first. J Murda says, "Pray to see Twan breathe, then walk again." That scheme was fire. I'm not gonna hold y'all. J Murda did have a his first round was okay. He had an okay first round. I ain't even gonna front. It wasn't super fire. That was like the only little line that stood out for me. Round one from Bad Newz. Bad Newz said, "You in Atlanta, perfect place. You can find a tranny." That was funny. That landed. He had a line like, "It's a big nose. I'm here to introduce Murda to Mook." That was fire. I'm probably saying it wrong, but it's fire. "I already looked Murda in the eyes. Ashamed to say his number like females and body counts." Those are two different lines, but they both were fire. Those lines stood out to me for Bad Newz in round one. And I just feel like J Murda had a lot of dry spots in round one. He had a couple of lines, but a lot of dry spots. Not gonna hold y'all. I got Bad Newz in round one. Clear. Round two, J Murda starts to heat up. He rebutted something about the body count thing, about a female afraid to say how many people she slept with. He rebutted that. It landed. He said, "You can reschedule a battle, but you can't reschedule a wake," referring to Bad Newz not going to his people's funeral. That was fire. You told Loso, "Fuck God." Who was the first one you was looking for when you was dying, nigga? That was a haymaker. It landed in the room. All jokes aside, definitely landed in the room. J Murda had a fire second round. He turned up. Bad Newz second round, he said he had a couple of lines like, "You just watch me beat Murda in the first." That was fire. "I'm a Biggie fan. We all know Jay is a copycat." Fire. What else he said? He said, "I'll cripple a crip until you get disability." Crazy. Fire scheme. That scheme was fire. And one more line I liked, he said, "Don't pray if this Jam Master J." Crazy. Not gonna hold y'all. Both had fire second rounds, but I gotta say, Bad Newz, he just had it, man. He slightly just edged out round two for me. So I got Bad Newz 2-0. 2-zip going into the third. Yo, J Murda turns up again. And this is his best round. He says, I'll clip your baby moms in front of the kids. It's gonna be hard to see, so I'll cover the baby face like the Carter 3. That was crazy from J Murda. He had another line like, "After the movie, they can tell who the people in the pic saw. It's funny your name Bad Newz and your loved ones had to deliver that." Both those lines hit crazy. Those are the most fire lines from J Murda, in my opinion. Bad Newz, he said, "Now I'm on Murder Ave, about to knock off Cortez." That was fire. "Anytime a nigga can cross I, is if my burner on their nose." That was fire. Yo, Bad Newz and J Murda, it was a fire battle. It was close in round three, but I gotta say, to me, it goes down to preference. They both is talking that street-ish, but I gotta say J Murda definitely stood out. He was really talking to Bad Newz in round three. So I got J Murda, slightly edging round three. Not gonna hold y'all. I got Bad Newz 2-1. I feel like J Murda edged the third round, and he stopped himself from being a body. But yo, Bad Newz, I want to see Bad Newz back on RBE. It was a fire battle. Not gonna hold y'all. Not gonna front. Bad Newz 2-1.
Accent made this.